Real gamers and PC connoisseurs know that mechanical keyboards are the gold standard, the pinnacle of greatness, right? Well, not for me. You can keep your cacophony of clickety-clackety and 6 inches of key travel. I prefer a slim keyboard with minimal travel, like this one. It's a Logitech I stole from my parents' house. Sorry, Dad. So, you can imagine my excitement when I saw this new keyboard become available. Not only is it really slim, but it's completely flat across all the keys. In fact, so flat, it almost looks like a touchpad. And that's actually because it's a f***ing touchpad. Let me introduce you to the Clevetura CLVX-1 touch keyboard. It lets you type, swipe, scroll, click, and go back to typing again seamlessly. It can be used wired or wirelessly via Bluetooth. It's compatible with Windows, Mac, and Linux. I got mine from their very successful Kickstarter campaign, but now they're available on their website. So let's take this for a spin and see what it can do. As you can see, it behaves exactly like any other touchpad and responds to all the common multi-finger gestures as well. They've changed up what the function keys at the top normally do. I especially like the inclusion of File Explorer and the screenshot button. It instantly opens the snipping tool. It will probably take a while for you to adjust to this new reality. I know for me, resisting the reflex of reaching over for my mouse was tough. But the ease with which you can browse the internet, scrolling, clicking, typing, zooming in and out, uninterrupted, is instantly intuitive. It does have the right and left click mouse buttons at the bottom below the spacebar, though more often than not, I prefer to just use a gentle tap on the keys to move my cursor or click a link. The mouse click buttons at the bottom are most useful when you need to drag and drop. Cranking it up a notch, by using their included app, you can customize the touch features to accommodate different apps. When browsing the web, I've set these sliders to adjust both the zoom level on screen and switching between tabs. But when I switch over to DaVinci Resolve to edit my videos, I've set it up to allow me to scrub through the timeline, as well as zoom in and out of the timeline. And their app automatically detects when I've switched between Chrome and DaVinci, so I don't have to do anything. Come on, how cool is this? My first impressions after using this for a few weeks is that while it does have a steep muscle memory learning curve, I do think it's one of the more amazing innovations in consumer electronics that we've seen in a while. Chiefly because it's so broadly applicable and instantly usable by nearly all PC users, taking two things everyone already uses, the keyboard and touchpad, and combining them. It has the same air of simplistic innovation as when Steve Jobs held up his finger presenting the very first iPhone. Every day we hear about some amazing new gadget or software that's game-changing or groundbreaking, but more often than not, it's just existing technology dressed up to look cool or has AI tacked on the name. But it doesn't actually do anything useful. This keyboard is actually innovative. Now, having said that, they did include an adaptive AI tool that's supposed to learn your typing and swiping styles and reduce instances of false gestures and whatnot. So we'll see how that works. Now, for the flip side of the coin, what are some of the red flags or less attractive elements of the CLVX-1 touch keyboard? Well, firstly, the name. The jumble of 4 letters and a number is not at all memorable. When I'm excitedly telling people about this, I end up just saying, "This cool touch keyboard from this company, Cleva something." Even shortening it to VLX1 or TTK1, I think would increase the brand recognition. Something snappy. Drag and dropping. While simple enough, does feel a little imprecise and clumsy. But that's the case with almost any touchpad, so it's not really their fault. And as cool as the custom features in video editing were, cutting video and making adjustments with a mouse does feel a bit more precise. The surface of the keys does tend to get a little shiny from the oils in your skin rather quickly. but luckily it's easy to clean, so that's really going to be more on you to maintain. In order for the keyboard to talk to the app and use those custom profiles for each app, the keyboard has to be connected via USB-C cable, and the app has to be open. And lastly, the biggest hurdle I've faced is the multi-screen setup. My 3-screen layout creates more real estate than the touchpad can easily navigate. It does have a speed sensor that will move the cursor farther the faster you swipe, but it's still pretty cumbersome to go from one end all the way to the other. So I would say this keyboard would be best utilized by those with 1 or maybe 2 screen setups. Otherwise, it could start to get a bit tedious. Now, for a brand new right out the gate product, none of these are at all deal breakers. The issues with the multi-screens is the only thing that's imposing some sort of real limitation. In fact, my hot takeaway after using this for a few weeks, Clevetura, if you end up watching this, license this tech to Apple, Asus, or HP for their laptops. The potential upside of getting rid of touchpads on laptops seems ridiculously exciting, but that's just my 2 cents. So after seeing all this, what are your thoughts? Do you think it's as innovative as I do? What are some applications you'd be excited to try this out on? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and as always, remember to adopt a puppy.